Ignition sequence starts. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Liftoff. We have a liftoff.
Hey everybody, this is the Digital Asset Investor, and I've seen in 2 or 3 different places, it's like whispers of a potential Coinbase XRP relisting. For the first time since all this got going, I've started to see that. Now there might be nothing to it, but I wanted to show you kind of a video of what some guys are saying, and then we'll go from there. But first I want to show you this. This guy's right. This is an epic clip. This is that, I'm drawing a blank on what his name is. Let me see. Stan Druckenmiller, old school guy. Listen to what he says. He's 1,000% right about what he's saying here, about the economy. Listen to this.
But let's start with the Fed and inequality. I don't think there has been any greater engine of inequality than the Federal Reserve Bank of the United States the last 11 years. So hearing the chairman talk about visiting homeless shelters, it's very, very rich indeed. I just had the best year I've had in 15 years last year. Everyone wealthy I know is making a fortune. And why are we making it? Because this guy is printing money like there's no tomorrow. And the kids in Harlem, in my opinion, are not benefiting from money printing, but Stan Druckenmiller and other wealthy people are. So for the life of me, I can't figure out why the left is so excited about money printing when all the data says the people that benefit from money printing are rich people that know how to navigate the markets. The odds-on bet is we're going to have inflation, and inflation is going to hurt poor people, again, a lot more than rich people. How does this thing end? To me, the asset bubble, which he's blowing up into unbelievable proportions, busts before the inflation ever really manifests itself. That's what happened with the housing thing in 08, 09. We never really got to the inflation because the asset bubble burst. Not dissimilar to what happened in 29. That's not my central case. But let me just say, we've never had a deflationary bust because inflation was too close to 0 or 1.5 instead of 2. We've had them because we've had these tremendous asset bubbles. It happened here in 29. It happened in Japan in 90. And obviously it happened in the great financial crisis. And there is no one, no group that will get hurt more by a bust than the poor. They will be first in line to get screwed.
Now, he's exactly right. Now, for a long time, I've talked about how this is where I see the appeal with digital assets. This is something I have in common with the Bitcoin maxis, and that is that, well, to an extent, I have in common with them that I agree that this money that is going to go places, and where the money will hit the exits once this disaster unfolds that was created by the central banks of the world. I believe digital assets will be some of the beneficiaries, and already are some of the beneficiaries of this. I think Bitcoin will be one of them. Where I disagree with all these Bitcoin maxis is that somehow, by virtue of the fact that it was first, it is therefore the only digital asset that is worth anything, and that is baloney, and they all know it. Now, that leads me to this. If you're not paying attention, look out. Ouch, Bitcoin. This is the Bitcoin dominance. January 1st, 2021, it was at 70%. It's now at 40%, folks. That means something. Then you got this from Kim.com. I respect how Elon Musk doesn't take shit from Bitcoin maximalists with their outdated and misleading talking points. Elon's passion for Dogcoin is cool, but Bitcoin Cash does everything he's looking for today with a viable green strategy and a quickly expanding vendor network. And I think Bitcoin Cash has got a lot of good things going on. It'll be more of a consumer facing, whereas XRP will be running behind the scenes. But we know that XRP is the greatest digital asset ever created. Now, there's more fallout. Some of these guys do not know what to say about this whole Bitcoin thing. It's very obvious that they have their back in a corner now. Listen to this. This is the CEO of Grayscale.
You live by the sword, Michael. You die by the sword. Elon Musk has helped Bitcoin and crypto in the past. Now it looks like perhaps that's responsible for some of this downward volatility. Is Bitcoin does it stand on its own regardless of what Elon Musk says? Elon has other things going on. His whole zeitgeist is about EV to help climate change. And if Bitcoin is really dirty and uses a lot of energy, he almost had to say this. Does that matter for the future of Bitcoin long term?
Well, we really continue to see corporate and institutional adoption continue to take off to new levels. And I think it's important to remember this asset class was really born out of the idea of creating a more equitable, inclusive financial system. And so it stands to reason that ESG considerations are really going to be the natural next step in where crypto is going. So we shouldn't get too focused on just one person's opinion.
Well, the truth is you chose the wrong horse, buddy. Bitcoin was never the one. It's got a problem that's not going away, and you know it. Now, the next one is this. This is Julia Chatterley, who is a rock star and is the only financial journalist, traditional financial journalist that I've ever seen actually ask Anthony Pompliano a question that he could not answer and would not answer. And she held him to the fire, and kudos to her for that. Listen to this.
Another Bitcoin blunder. Tesla CEO Elon Musk tweeting indeed in response to a suggestion Tesla could sell its Bitcoin holding. That one word sent Bitcoin and other major cryptocurrencies plunging. Musk later clarified Tesla has not sold Bitcoin. Paul LaMonica is with us. I mean, Paul, pass the popcorn, quite frankly, over the weekend. You know, it's okay when you're one of the world's richest men to effectively play games, I think, in the crypto space. For a lot of people that are invested, and a lot of retail investors that have been pulled into the digital asset space, and as Bitcoin investors in particular, I kind of feel sorry for them.
Yeah, I agree with you, Julia. It is certainly alarming that one individual has so much sway that, as you point out, a cryptic one-word tweet sends the value of Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies plunging because, people start interpreting, what did he really mean? Is Tesla getting out of Bitcoin already? And then he had to clarify and say, no, we haven't sold any of our holdings. I think that at best, what Elon Musk is doing on social media is reckless. And at worst, it's just downright irresponsible and, really shady, to put it mildly. I think that investors have to be worried that Elon Musk is so powerful. And it brings up a point that I got a research report this morning that raised an interesting concern, which is that everyone, including Elon Musk, wants cryptocurrencies and Bitcoin to be a viable form of payment and not just digital gold. You can't have that when the value fluctuates 20% in any given week just because one individual is tweeting something. You can't pay for something if that value of that currency is going to go down. That's why people still use dollars, euro, and yen.
Well, Bitcoin failed in its mission. I'm not going to play the rest of that, but you get the picture. Now, this is interesting. I want to show you this. I showed you in the last week. Ben Armstrong is he's a Bitcoin. Well, he started as a Bitcoin guy. He's recently gotten very bullish on XRP, but he did this interesting clip right here. How much of an impact could a Coinbase relisting of XRP have on XRP's price? And this guy answers the question, and it's important. I love these clips, and the reason I do is because these are not XRP people. These are Bitcoin guys. Listen to what this guy says. This is gold.
Yeah, I mean, look, as in, if we kind of take the whole Femex issue when they got delisted back in December, and now they've obviously been relisted back on, I think that's a big step forward in general confidence overall in the market, right? Because that's what everybody's looking for. I think we've got staples. You've got your Bitcoin, you've got your Ethereum, you've got your XRP. It's here to stay. Like, as much as some people say, oh, it's too centralized, it's not really crypto. It is, regardless of which way you look at it. It's more or less the bread and butter of what we're doing in this space as well. And there are going to be people investing in that. And this is what everybody's looking for. Like, definitely in the circles that I'm in, everyone's sort of looking at, right, well, we're waiting for XRP. We still think XRP is going to be going up. The SEC piece is all going to be settled. It's all going to be done. It's going to be a slap on the wrist by the end of it. And that's it. And I think with Femex relisting, and the moment we end up getting Coinbase bringing it back on market again, because then you kind of open it up to the US, right? Because this is kind of the other side of the fence, right? In the UK, it's fine for me. I can go on Binance. I can go on various places and get it. It doesn't bother me. But for the US guys, and I think that's a much larger slice of the market and more of a sentiment-driven market, that once that starts happening, you're going to start seeing those all-time highs ultimately getting beaten and going beyond. So for me, once we get, this is just the first step, and I think Femex is really a bullish sign, in my opinion, for XRP. Don't get me wrong, I'm not someone who loves XRP, and I don't really hate it either, but I think it's a necessity within this space as well to satisfy those.
There you go. Okay, let's look at CoinMarketCap and look what's happening here, folks. Everything is red. We have ourselves a decoupling of XRP. It's up. It's one of the only ones up. Let's see what Stellar looks like. Stellar's still down 8%, but XRP is up 3%. I believe that people smell something cooking. I do. Crypto Bull says XRP to gain 650% over Bitcoin in the next 6 weeks. Boy, do I hope you're right. Then BondCrypt XRP, Ripple keeps sending XRP to Huobi, wiring 110 million with other top exchanges. The two recent transactions from Ripple's RL18VN wallet made today and on Sunday show that this week Ripple is sending 4,087,900 top Huobi per day. And then finally from Dave6971, this is interesting, from Zero Hedge. World Economic Forum to cancel August Singapore meeting. What is going on there? I'm the digital asset investor. I'm not an investment advisor. This is for entertainment purposes only. Please subscribe, hit the like button, and tell your friends and family that everybody seems to be really bullish on XRP, and I believe that there's about to be a monumental shift. Game change. Thanks.